So this is the Sony smartphone I was waiting for. Finally, Sony is looking to stand out from the crowd with the latest flagship, the Xperia 1. The company's new phone is ditching the complicated naming system and offering a 21:9 screen and a tall and slender frame. I'm Steven from TechMagnet, and today I will tell you why the Xperia 1 will do a way better job than any previous Sony smartphone. So I could check out this device already a bit earlier before the MWC at some event in Germany, and also right now at the press event in Austria. This device sits at the very top of Sony mobile smartphone portfolio and is all about the display. It's the first 4K HDR OLED screen and also the first 21:9 ratio on a smartphone. But before we talk about the pros and cons of 21:9, let's take a closer look at the smartphone. Put the Sony Xperia 1 alongside two other phones and it does stand out. Not because of a notch display, a sliding design or a punch-hole front camera. The Xperia 1 looks a little bit like an awkward chocolate bar. The 167mm height makes the body of the Xperia 1 feel not only tall, but also slim. Maybe that's also because the phone is just 72mm wide. Anyways, it feels quite comfortable to hold. The front of the Xperia 1 is pretty much all the screen, though there are still bezels. Sony claims that the bezels offer better connectivity, and also guys, can you imagine a 21:9 phone with a notch? That would look damn weird. All important buttons are placed on the right side, where you can also find the dedicated camera button, and there's the power button and volume rocker too. Below the power button is a fingerprint scanner, so no more in the back. Sony might not be the king of producing OLEDs, but they are really good in mastering them. It comes with a 6.5-inch display, like the new mid-range Sony Xperia 10 Plus, but it is OLED and has a 4K resolution with HDR, claimed to be the first to do so. The display so far is looking really stunning, just as great as the XZ3 display, but even a bit better. The bottom is housing a Type-C port and a speaker, but there is no headphone jack on the device anymore, but at least it's having a dual speaker system again. The Sony Xperia X1 also runs the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset, but it will lack the X50 5G modem, so this handset is not 5G compatible. Other specs are 6GB of RAM, coupled with 128GB of internal storage, and there is microSD support or dual SIM. The battery is the same 3300 mAh cell, like in the Xperia XZ3. Sony offers plenty of software features to give you guys better battery life, but there is no wireless charging because the Xperia 1 has a glass backside. Now 21:9, so why would you need that? Well, there's plenty of 21:9 content on Netflix, so you can either enjoy it natively, or the reason why I would buy the phone is that you can create content in 21:9 and use the full screen. The Xperia 1 can record in 4K HDR, that Sony claims can be captured with exceptional dynamic range and contrast, and also true to life colors, even in backlit scenes or low light. So the camera hardware on the back is really impressive. And Sony told me that I'm not allowed to take pics for now, as they still polish the software, but they told me that this time they have made something exceptional. Sony is the king of mobile camera sensors, but it has failed in the past to deliver good pictures. But now they combine great hardware with even greater software. The Xperia 1 has 3 lenses with bright aperture and large pixel pitch to capture beautiful images in different scenes and also challenging low-light situations. There is 60mm f2.4 super wide angle, versatile 26mm f1.6 and a 52mm f2.4 lens with also 2x optical zoom. Now Sony has brought technologies from the DSLRs to the Xperia 1. Using the Bionset X Mobile image processing engine, the phone features raw noise reduction and the world's first eye autofocus, and also 10 FPS AF AE, so autofocus and auto exposure. So it looks like they really stepped up their game this time. I really can't wait for recording 4K HDR videos with the Cinema Pro app. By using the expertise from Sony's digital motion picture camera engineers, the smartphone has look color settings, so you can basically apply different LUTs and effects, a 21:9 ratio, 4K HDR and 24 FPS capabilities. So something I use on a daily basis, but on my super big and super expensive Sony A7 III DSLR. If this works well, I can imagine using the Sony Xperia 1 for my YouTube videos on the go, and that's truly amazing. Another feature that now makes a little bit more sense is multi-window, as due to the height you can easily stack two apps on each other, like watching a movie and chatting with somebody or similar stuff. The Xperia 1 comes as all the other smartphones with Android Pie, and Sony is still very minimalistic UI, which I really like. So there is some bloat, but not too much from Sony, and Sony also never forces you to keep it installed. Also, it seems that Sony still wants to keep SideSense, which didn't make a lot of sense to me at all. Now, SideSense is a feature that launched on the Xperia XZ3 and has made it to the Xperia 1. It allows the user to double tap on the right side of the display, which will then present a box of your most frequent apps, offering easy one-handed control and quick access, but to be honest, I didn't use it a lot on my XZ3. All in all, I really like that Sony isn't rushing into this new era, so they take some time until June to really polish the device. And if they don't fuck up the marketing this time, then this will be actually a super interesting and probably this time successful device for mobile content creators. So guys, big thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. If you have questions about the Xperia 1, post them down below, and if you want to see more and help me to grow, then please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So big thanks for watching. As always guys, I'm Steven from Tech Magnet, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a nice day and bye.